Guys, this is your girl Blackfire, and we are back to the edge of the sky. Now, a few announcements. AeonDream Studio has just dropped Chapter 1, Phase 2, and from what I heard, it's a really big mood. And second, I might have to cut this video short today because I am running out of time. And so, yeah, let's not waste any time and get into it. And the game does have a save and load area, so this is where I have saved my game, and let's start. I do believe we're still in the prologue. In the end of my first video, I said this was the end of the prologue, but it's not. I was tired that time. My footsteps echo through the large, almost empty area. I can see Zero standing in the middle waiting for me. I almost feel compelled to jog up to him, but seeing him just standing there makes me feel a little rebellious. I slow down my pace the tiniest bit. He made me run after him through the city so he could wait a bit. Once I finally get close enough, Zero turns away from observing me to face the man behind the counter. He shows the man something that looks like a clearance card. She's with me, a new operative. The man glances at the clearance card as his eyes briefly light up with a colorful pattern. It's gone as quickly as it appeared, too quick for me to catch anything other than a flash of orange in his eyes. The man spares me a quick glance before he nods and waves us through. As I follow Zero, he isn't running off at a high speed this time. I take the time to observe our surroundings. The place looks old, yet well kept. Whoever is keeping the interior design like this must really like the vintage look. Though I still don't get why we're in an old-fashioned train station. I had hoped we'd be flying near the car since I've never been on a flying one before. But oh well, maybe some other time. Zero starts moving towards one of the trains that just arrived, and I follow him in. Zero sits down on one side and I sit on the other across from him. I merely stare at him, slowly making me feel more and more awkward. I can't take it anymore, so I turn to look around the vintage style train. It's so empty. Are we really the only ones on the train? When I turn back, Zero is still just staring at me with no discernible expression. I decide that this might be a good time to ask a question. Why are we taking a train like this? Does this head straight to Phase E? Why are you staring? Boy, why is you staring at me, yo? Why are you staring at me? Zero looks away. Sorry. No, it's okay. Was just wondering. Zero shrugs and falls silent. I sigh. First awkward conversation, first milestone complete, I guess. Other than a few curious stolen glances here and there, we spend the rest of the train ride completely silent. In around 15 minutes time, we arrive at the next station. And we head into Phase E headquarters itself. The moment I got a look inside, I stopped in my tracks. The beautiful atrium has a light feeling to it, with so much open space and windows letting in the natural light. It's filled with people, operatives, researchers, all in white walking about. Some are in groups, others are on their own. Although it's busy, the area itself is too big to feel crowded. I space out, taking in all the details of this wonderfully spacious place. I step back and look at the ceiling and at the sky above. Wow. Good evening. I look back down to see a woman standing there. Ah, Dr. Park, okay. I am Dr. Kiera Park. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. Although you are quite late, does this woman ever smile? Oh, yes, I'm terribly sorry for that. Dr. Park gives a brief nod of acknowledgement as if she's already forgotten it. Then she turns to Zero. Thank you for going to retreat Operative 7, Zero. Operative 7. What a weird... Oh, wait, that's me. They're referring to me. Zero smiles back at the doctor. You're free to go now, Zero. Zero places his right hand over his heart and bows his head slightly before running off further into the building. I watch him go, but he zooms off so fast that he's gone out of my sight before I know it. Please come with me. I'll take you to your room. She motions for me to follow. As we walk through the largest space, side by side, Dr. Park holds the tablet up. She begins to go through my stats one by one. These are most impressive, especially considering you have joined us without going through any of our training and advancement initiatives. I look around the atrium, and at all the people around us. Is it okay to talk about all that here? Everyone here are operatives within the secret branch of FASG. Therefore, in operatives, basic stats are public information. Wow. I frown. I would hate that so much. It feels a bit odd to be reduced down to stats like a game, or maybe just literal statistics. It seems I forgot to introduce myself properly. I am the lead researcher here at FASB. I have many responsibilities, so at this time, you may not see me often. One of the things I'm in charge of is ensuring that all operatives are always healthy and at their best. I apologize for forgetting you. I'm always delighted when someone so talented joins us, especially at Phantom Alpha's level. Thank you, that's very high praise, especially from someone in your position, but I feel a lump in my throat. Am I really good enough? I don't know if I'm really what you think I am. I'm not sure that this whole thing isn't a mistake. She stops in front of me, making me stop with her. She practically shoves her tablet in my face. With her stylus, she points to my skill level ranking. It says I have a rating of S class. This software analyzes the potential ability of a candidate based on provided data, and is rarely ever wrong. Okay. Then she relaxes and smiles at me. Oh, finally. I made the software myself after all, but it could be updated with new data later on. I'm sure that any new data will only prove the software's ranking to be correct, or who knows, maybe even better. The doctor's eyes seem to glitter at the thought before we begin walking again. What is it that Fazzy got the data from anyway? The data was collected by our operatives who came in contact with you. Wow, I didn't know y'all were a bunch of snitches. So that time, of course. But still, I wasn't with them very long. Fazzy is a part of the government in Olympia, and naturally, we have an extensive data network for the defense of the city. The drifters were close to the city after all. You know I'm a drifter. Wait, no. I guess it makes sense that you would, considering everything else. What do you mean? I'm used to people from from cities treating me like crap if they figure that out. I see. There are many operatives from all over Europe, Asia, Africa, every inhabited continent. Myself, I am from America, and besides that, I judge on merit. I don't care where someone is from. I found myself smiling at the good doctor's words. Although she seems a bit stiff, knowing this makes me feel better about her. That's how things should be. So it's nice to hear someone in here share that opinion. We enter a hallway, and Dr. Park stops in front of one of the doors. This is where you will be staying from now on. If you have any questions, you should use FASE while interfacing the room. It's equipped with high security clearance information about FASE. If you can't find something in there, I encourage you to contact your new teammates. I find that higher mission success rates have a direct correlation with high synchronization rates. Now please excuse me, 7. It was nice to meet you, but I have much work to do. I will be contacting you tomorrow. On behalf of everyone here, welcome to Phantoms. With that, Dr. Park finally leaves. I giddily stare at the door of my new room. It's finally time to see where I'll be sleeping from now on. I take a deep breath, steadily find myself and go in. The bedroom, my bedroom, looks so different from any place I've ever stayed at before. Although considering most places I've stayed were dirty, abandoned, or a literal hole in the ground. This is definitely beyond compare. That's when exhaustion hits me out of nowhere like a ton of bricks. I drag myself towards the bed and flop on top of it. I'm too tired to do much else. I can't believe I'm finally here. The trip was long and exhausting, and damn Zero for making me run after him. So tired. Still, I wonder, is this really the right choice? I feel anxious but excited too. Not sure which one's winning just yet, so I'll wait and see on that one. I wonder what my teammates will be like. My thoughts feel heavier and heavier, and I can no longer fight to keep my eyes open. In my last moments of consciousness, I wonder what life will be like at FASE. Okay, this is where we explore FASE. Which area would you like to visit? Food sounds good. The cafeteria, the lounge at night, the lounge in the evening. Nowhere I want to stay in my room forever. This is totally me right here. But let's check out what the food looks like. It looks like I still have time before dinner, but I'm exhausted from all of Dr. Park's testing earlier today. I think I'll take a nap first. I change into my sleeping clothes and throw myself onto the bed lying on my stomach. All it takes is my head hitting the soft pillow before I'm out. I groggily open my eyes, not knowing what day or month it is, much less where I am. I slowly push myself up and rub my eyes, trying to remember. Right, this is FASE. I took a nap. I turn and look at the window and see the nighttime sky greet me back. I grab my phone and look at the time. It's 9:37 p.m. Wow. I overshot dinner just by a little bit for sure. If a little was 3 hours. Not to mention I ruined my sleep schedule after only a few days here. Good job. Well, I'm wide awake now. I look at the full moon shining in the sky as I try to decide what to do. I shrug. Guess I'll go and eat anyway. Getting dressed, I grab my RO glasses and leave the room. Turning on the overlay of my RO, I select the destination and head off down the hallway. In the cafeteria now, I order my dinner from a touchscreen, then sit at a table to wait for it. Man, is that not the future right now? There are a few others here, and I hazard a guess that people eat here 24/7 anyway. I scan the other people here curiously, but most wear the white uniform of fancy researchers. Here and there, some very distant people stand out with a strong aura, and I bet that they might be other operatives. That feels so weird to think. The operatives look so intense and capable that I wonder for the millionth time if I have the right to be here. That's when I notice someone who looks distinct, but has a different feeling from the others. Someone in white. Zero! Something about him feels naturally more innocent than others. What are you talking about? Thinking back, he felt different from all the Phantom Alpha team that I met so far. I find myself curious about why that is, and tilt my head. Maybe I should go over and talk to him. Would that be weird? I'm contemplating this when he gets up. He takes his tray to the trash can, empties it, and leaves the cafeteria. Damn, I should have moved faster. Order number 106. I sighed and stayed up to get my food. Maybe next time? Or Dr. Park said I should get to know all of my teammates. Maybe I could find him after dinner. With that thought, I walk over to retrieve my food and finally eat. After dinner, I'm back to wandering the quarters again. This time, my destination is set on Zero's location, which is only marked as a relaxation area. I'm not sure why I'm able to see it, but I notice it's blinking nearby when I brought up my map. It looks like he's outside. Wonder why he'd be outside at night. Maybe he can't sleep? As I ponder these things, I move through the seemingly endless quarters. Although I've been trying to ignore it for some time, my heart yearns to see something else other than these white walls. No, you're a Fazzy operative now. Gotta think like a city dweller. You're the one who chose to stop drifting after all. My heart doesn't seem to care though, and it continues to argue with my mind until I reach my destination. I'm surprised when I open the glass doors to see what appears to be a rooftop area with gardens. Or several, in fact. The light from inside shines through the glass, giving off a gentle glow in the darkness of night. I easily spot Zero's white jacket against the dark backdrop in the distance. He's sitting on one of the benches with his hands in his pocket. His posture is relaxed. I feel uneasy when I suddenly wonder if it's okay to just go talk to him like this. I mean, maybe he wanted to be alone. Remembering Dr. Park's words, though, give me strength. I shake my head and begin striding towards him. He glances at me immediately, his large dark eyes shining in the faint light. Hi. Mind if I sit here? Zero shakes his head and scoots over on the bench and I sit down. I wait for him to start speaking to question why I'm there, but he doesn't. The seconds stretch on into minutes before that I realize that my plan to chat with him has turned into an awkward silence. Frantic at my social failure, I try to think of something good to say that isn't, tell me your whole life story. So, It's a real nice night for an evening. Oh. Did I really just say that? I feel a heat rush to my face at my terrible social skills. But Zero just looks at me and actually gives me a small laugh. Yeah. At seeing his bright smile, I relax. Good. So he has a sense of humor at least. If this had been 4, it might have gone really bad. Dr. Park told me I should try to get to know you guys. The team, I mean. I saw you in the cafeteria earlier, so I thought I'd come say hi. Zero nods along, then scratches his head. Are you getting used to things? Do you have any questions? I think so. When did you come here? So we gotta know him a little bit. One question pops in my mind. When did you come here, Zero? I was a little kid. 7 years old. Wow. That must have been hard. Yeah. Although I've only been a part of Phantom Alpha for 3 weeks. Oh, so you're new like me. Zero nods and I smile, feeling a little better. I guess we could be the rookies on the team, and I know you've been at FASE longer, but let's help each other out. I hold out a hand to Zero and he looked surprised before taking it. We shake hands briefly and Zero smiles. I was feeling kind of lonely, so I'm glad you came. Oh, you mean to talk? Zero slowly shakes his head. Yes and no. I was sitting out here to collect my thoughts, but I meant to the team. I'm the youngest and newest member, and everyone is so experienced, so it's been hard sometimes. Ah, I feel you there. I've been wondering the whole time if they got the right person for the job. I saw your skills. You're good. Don't worry. I smile and lean back, looking at the sky. I can't help but feel relief from the validation. From hearing it from someone who actually saw me in action. Thanks. After that, we fall silent for the rest of our time together. I think that both of us feel better, just having someone who understands. Okay guys, we're gonna do one more location and I gotta stop here. So we're just gonna go to the lounge in the evening. Another day. Another load of paperwork and educational classes about FASE to get through. At least I'm finished now, I think. I trudge through the endless quarters for what seems like the millionth time this week. It's Friday, but time in FASE doesn't even seem to exist. Still though, I'm determined to relax and take some time off. They said I'll start mission training on Monday, so maybe I can go out and explore Olympia this weekend. The thought alone perks me up and I stand up a little straighter and pull my slumped shoulders back. Yeah, I should cheer up. I could start relaxing by getting a drink from the lounge. With that in mind, I set my destination and head off. When I enter the lounge, I'm greeted by a beautiful view of the evening sky outside. It immediately improves my mood. Coming here was definitely the right decision after a tough week. I start to head towards the bar, but then I notice a familiar face sitting at a table. Oh my gosh. But he's not the only one there. A man in all white sits across from him. I recognize his uniform as one of the rarely seen administrative staff here. Nine's eyes meet mine briefly, and I immediately turn away towards the bar. Walking over to it, and I seat myself. I don't want to be caught staring like a weirdo. I have to fight the urge to look back as the bartender comes to take my order. I guess they're having a meeting? Or maybe they're just drinking. I can't tell. I order my drink and fall silent, wondering exactly what Nine's role is within the organization. Well, I read his profile that he's the leader, so I guess he deals with the higher ups here too. I wouldn't be in Phantom Alpha if it wasn't for Nine vouching for me, but I haven't seen him since that day. I decided that I have to thank him for what he did for me, for the chance he's given me despite me being a drifter. Maybe I'll go talk to him before I leave. Hey, how are you? I almost jump out of my skin at the gentle voice next to me. I turn to Nine, sliding onto the bar stool next to me. I managed to stammer out a response. I'm fine. Good, really. Jeez, you scared me. Sorry. I'm not very good at stealth, but sometimes I can still manage to surprise people. Well, that's alright. I was just thinking of going to talk to you. Really? I nod. Of course. We saw each other when I came in, and you're my leader now. I should greet you, right? I mean, that's okay. Nine chuckles. Yeah, that's okay. I just thought you might be intimidated or something. Maybe a little bit, but I'm not gonna say that. But like, why would I be? Why would I be intimidated? You've been nothing but kind to me. It's a relief to hear. Are people afraid of you usually? Nine tilts his head, seeming to think about his answer. Maybe it's not that they're afraid, but rather they misunderstand me. I see. Isn't that the reason behind most humans' conflicts, though? Misunderstanding? Yes. I think about some of the arguments and fights that I've seen in my lifetime. When you cut away all the fluff, yeah, I guess you're right. That's what's left. Misunderstanding. I guess being a leader might be tough, especially if he's always in contact with both Fazzy officials and his teammates. They may not always understand why he does what he does. I look at Nine and smile. Then let's always make the effort to try and understand each other. Nine looks at me momentarily, surprised, before smiling back. I'd like that. The bartender hands me my drink then. Nine orders one for himself, then turns back to me. So how are you doing in Fazzy? Are you getting used to life here? I shrug. I think so. It's not easy, but... Nine nods to himself. It's the quarters, right? Yes! The quarters? I mean, it's gotta be the classes too, and everything else. But since you are a drifter, you probably miss all that freedom. I think about the cold, white, endless quarters all throughout Fazgy. Yeah, I guess it is. I mean, you're right. Everything that makes it harder. It's also different from what I'm used to. But I think when I'm traveling through the building is what feels the strangest. All of them look the same, so it almost doesn't feel like you're going anywhere. And there's no windows, so it doesn't even feel like time is passing. Did you see the cherry blossom trees when you came into the city? Huh? I'm confused at the sudden topic change. Wondering if I misheard something, but I decided to roll with it. Cherry blossoms? Yeah, I saw them. They were beautiful. Yeah, that's how you know you're really here. Like, really here in Olympia. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I'd never seen them before, but I'd always heard about them. Yeah, they're beautiful. But did you know they bloom year-round? I narrow my eyes. What do you mean? That's impossible. They're cherry blossoms. I know, but these are special. They were generically engineered to be able to bloom at any time, especially since they're in the protected area of Olympia. Oh, that's pretty cool then. 9 nods. I thought so too. But as I've stayed here, I've started to think differently. What do you mean? 9 looked so serious when I asked this, that I nearly leaned back at the intensity in his eyes. Aren't cherry blossoms so loved because of their transient nature? We only have them once a year normally, so it's special. Well, yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Right. So when you take that away, you take away a lot from their beauty. Of the way they bloom so brightly before fading away. And you also take away their natural passage of time. You're taking away something humans have experienced for thousands of years. The change of seasons. Right. I suddenly remember back to what we were discussing before the cherry blossom tangent. So, are you talking about the Fezzi headquarters? Exactly. Not feeling the passage of time isn't normal. It throws you off, makes everything feel artificial. I get a deep sense of homesickness from that a lot. It's natural to yearn for nature and things like the change of seasons, when that's what you're used to. Yeah, you're right. It's impressive what man managed to do, but that doesn't necessarily mean it feels right. Exactly. At the moment the bartender puts 9's drink in front of him, he pauses to take a sip. Sorry, I didn't mean to ramble like this. No, it's quite alright. It made me think. Thank you for sharing your thoughts, I mean. 9 nods and smiles again before taking another sip of his drink. Changing the topic, we talk a little more about Fazzy, education, and about the team before 9 has to leave. But when he does, I'm left with a feeling I haven't had since I stepped into Fazzy. A strange sense of peace. Okay guys, I'll end it there for today. Just stay tuned for next week for more, and thumbs up and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And I will link all the download links for this game in the description below. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.
이게 진짜 너고 이게 진짜 나야 이젠 끝을 봤고 원망도 안 남아 달던 꿈은 깼고 나는 눈을 감아 이게 진짜 너고 이게 진짜 나야